Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Delusion here, and this is going to be episode 11 of Tengoku Daimakyou. You can also call this Heavenly Delusion, but it could be a translation or such. But that's the English advertised name, so we're just gonna go with that. So last time on Heavenly Delusion, we got the big Ikarashi work. Apparently he's the guy, if I remember correctly, he was the guy that does a lot of, he's known for a lot of his wacky, out of style, sort of idiosyncratic sort of thing. I do get people not being particularly fond of it, of that such, and people complaining about it, and I don't find issue to it, honestly. I felt like it was stylish, like it's a nice approach, considering that that scene, some of that episode had a lot of really funny tone shifts, which I like. And I do get people not particularly liking the comedy and such, but the thing is that it doesn't bother me too much. Like I think the series could have done without it, but I don't think it's a hindrance of such. But it comes down to subjectivity. This is something I feel like I should be more. I do state be more aware of. Although I just wish I do admit, and this is kind of my fault, that I feel like I should have already just take it for granted that people do have subjectivity in their own stances, their own different opinions in the end, and I don't need to continue noting that. But it's just that I just want a reminder, because I don't want to feel like I'm just talking out my ass when it comes to explaining things. So it is what it is, and I do apologize if what I say may be off-putting to some people, and I can understand some people, I will say that I do say things out of impatience, and this is something I kind of still have an issue with even now. Like it's been a hell of an issue, like for me, like for a very long time, and I'm still working on it. There's also a reason why I probably it's also one of the reasons why I'm probably not a particularly attractive. I don't have a particularly attractive channel, because of the way I'm doing things, and there's a thing where I'm reserved, but I'm also like, it doesn't completely hide my sense of lack of patience and such, and where like I may say I may be a little too imprudent with things, too blunt with things, and yeah, it's just I make mistakes still. It's just that sometimes I feel like I should have thought about it more, but when life just kind of comes, you just go through the motions. You don't think about those things as much as you should, and that applies to all of us. We're gonna have those moments, some of us more than others. For me, with the condition I have, although I don't want to harp on too much about it, unless you want to ask yourself. It is what it is. I don't want to go too crazy on that regard, but it's just like it's just like how that, like, you say these words, you don't think about them as much. It's like, oh, it's fine, and you don't realize it may affect some people, like just a buildup of annoyance or whatnot. It's just like I just wish it's sometimes, and then I can understand it, because I could sometimes realize too. But the thing is, even if I have some sort of some sort of rough lump of feelings when somebody says something that kind of off-puts me, the thing is I try to brush it off and just like it's whatever. I don't want to have like hard feelings about it, but I should also recognize that on the other side too, as just like, because I don't know, their sort of tolerance level will be higher or lower than mine. So it's even like, I don't care if it's like if it's like, but you're a grown adult, you should know better. And it's like, still better than most of these toddlers, 20-year-olds, these low 20-year-olds like running amok on Twitter, just saying shit and all, saying dumb shit everywhere for the sake of clout. It's just, for me, it's just this, like, when I feel like when I get impatient, just wanting to try to get my thoughts across, I may tend to say things that I don't intend on saying. I didn't mean to say, or I didn't intend it that way, but it's just how it is. And so I know this is kind of out of left field sort of thing, but I do apologize if I come off on that way. In the end, it's just like when I'm very enthusiastic over something I want, over something I enjoy, I can overlook things easily. It's how it happens. So anyway, so so back to Tengoku Daimakyou. The episode, it was kind of self-contained, but we do get a little hint about Toko being pregnant and such. It's more or less a confirmation. And apparently that little baby was the man. I mean, the thing is, I guess, right? I'm like, oh, maybe it's not it. And then it's like, oh, never mind. It's just like something was up. So yeah, it was a side story with that one guy that didn't feel like it really added much to the story, but it was still nice by itself, in my honest opinion. And the way the animation art direction was really cool, honestly. I can understand people don't like it. Like in something like Devilman Crybaby, like I can get the artistic direction of it, but I don't like it because, like, oh, it's just that, and it is all in the subject. It's used. The subject, the foundation of it is just something I completely dislike. It kind of works against it for me when it's just hamming up the inherently off-putting stuff for me when it comes to that with something like Devilman Crybaby and Kemono Zume, a very older one. So it can help or hurt the series for me when they do stuff like that, depending on how I feel overall about the series content in particular. So yeah, if it's a good one, then it just boosts it, then that's cool. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get to the episode. Stop wasting my time blabbering off about nothing. All right. So let's there it was. Gotta make sure I don't get the wrong one. Okay. Okay, I think we got it. No. Episode 11 in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. I can't see it the same again when we know that those two are gonna die in the future. She's not even, she's technically underage. She already has to go through that. Yikes. Oh damn. It's probably Maru that's gonna be born. Like when we come back to the episode, it's gonna be all back tomorrow. I bet. Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm not talking mute. Okay, we're good. Hold on a sec. And I was right. How did they manage to fix it? Oh yeah, one missing stroke can change the whole meaning of a one missing stroke or one extra stroke can change the whole meaning of an Asian written kanji. Especially with especially with Chinese characters. So like one misstep and the character for big would be and the character for some would be called big instead. I'm just wondering, like with the phone numbers and all, I'm just like, do they even work now? I may start to have doubts that young that the baby is Maru, but I mean, I'll hold this for later. Okay, so that's where the connection is starting to come more into play, and this looks like the same, or at least the same kind of gun that Kiriko uses, or at least like or at least like a slightly different design. Where you don't have to cure for whatever the hell that was. Maru. Oh, so all the children were just factory produced, basically. If it's a misdirect and it's not Maru, then I'm just lost. Oh, the Izanami sort of myth. Yeah, that one. I think that's how. I think that's the myth. If I got it wrong, I got it wrong. Worry about just you still gotta take your. Are you gonna even make it through 13 years? Wait. Wait, Aoshima? This is yeah, okay. Yeah, this is that. Yeah, get me out of that fucking place. Everyone's a, the higher ups are crazy. Sorry. I wonder if. Never mind. It would be too much of a reach. Cucumber 2. Oh. Why is it always these characters with with these random ass motion sickness weaknesses? Wow. Yeah. Hmm. When you need a background to. I was about to say, when you need a background to emulate how empty this apocalyptic world is. I mean, it still has life, but it's just like, yeah, it's so run down. These muted, but sort of earthly the colorings and all just really make it stand out from the pack. And that's something I felt like Chainsaw Man had something like this at one point, but it could never keep it up. This is how I felt like Chainsaw Man could have been like, personally. It sucks that the anime turned out the way it did. Not saying it wasn't successful, but just like, it could have been something more. Yeah, it's just me. Oh, it's this dude. Okay, I don't. Regardless of whatever context known beforehand, I don't like this. I don't like that dude. The dude they're searching for. He smells like trouble. Just him officially getting introduced in the present, and oh, nice. She got like marsupial ears. That's a meme. Is there a reason she's wearing those sunglasses? Oh, she's Gojo. Oh wow. Yikes. Oh wow. That just happened. So that's why she's wearing those glasses. Her eyes just gonna activate something. It shows flashes though, like so this is She's tired though. Wait, synchronized. So she's probably sharing the discomfort and the pain. So to try to try to help her in that way. Oma was that man eater way back at way back in it was episode 8. What was it 7? I'm sorry. The one that gave the god to get Kiviko a hallucination that she and Maru getting ripped up. I I thought like, oh, they just healed her that fast, but no, it was just a hallucination. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, yee. But yeah, Oma is probably that the man you saw from an earlier episode. I might have gotten it wrong, but my suspicions are there because this was almost literally what happened to Kyo back then. Jesus, so that's why she got to wear sunglasses. She don't want to hurt anyone. She doesn't. She it's not. She couldn't. She can't control it either. Oh, here we go again. She's gonna try to endure it. Wow. Did she use her own? I wonder if that's her own abilities. Like when she's able to amplify them, that it's able to cancel that hallucination out. I'm not sure how it works, but I don't know if the manga really explained it as well as it should. I mean, if it ever did. Yeah, we're not looking. Yeah, we don't care about those fucking numbers. Pure heaven of broken. So this, yeah, so yeah, it's kind of it's just further confirming that this heaven that Mario and Kyo were looking for is already probably long gone. accidentally open. Trying to put the milk. Cash cow money in. Just kidding. Sorry. A bad joke. Oh boy. I'm wondering about those new kids from before. I was about to say something, but it might be a reach. Is it just bothers me that Tokyo looks a lot older. She just suddenly looks a lot older for some reason. Maybe it's just because she's wearing something different, but yeah. Oh, this can't be good. Oh, here it go. Here it goes, aka Man Eater. Oh boy. It's like, oh, find your answer, your own answer to that. No, it's not about answering. It's just like, what does this mean? Oh yeah, because factory produced, literally. Things are hopefully starting to come together. Too bad this may not have season 2. I mean, I, I doubt the chances for that, but at least try to leap off of something. Wait, what? There's 2 of them. Hmm. Well, they're Yuri buddies for sure. Okay, I didn't forget. Like, probably some years already passed since then, since the beginning. Oh boy. What the hell? Test begins. What? Just yeah, just end it like that. Yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead, man. Hey, we get a lot of stuff to. I hate that I noticed the shift in the reflection. I just noticed that now. If I didn't notice it before, then shame on me. But like when Tokyo just somehow looks so like, yeah, they age, but Tokyo looks a lot more older than I feel like she should be. Now again, it's because like, yeah, because she just came out of pregnancy, yeah, because she's wearing something different as a result. But yeah, that just felt weird. Good episode. But you know, there's things with this series that really fascinate me, but also really irk me. And I will say that this is still one of those good episodes where like it's positive, but you're just like, okay, gotta come to like, you got answers, yeah, but can we stop piling on them? But like you gotta know when to tone down on the new question you're dumping in as a result. And as I say, honestly, an issue that the series may, even at the moment, like I don't know, like I'm not sure about where the manga wants to go with this, but it does feel like it does feel like the sort of stuff that I don't think a season one's gonna feel like feels fulfilling because it should, because like it's just one thing about this is what, and I'm not saying like just finish story one core. Just leaves at least some substance there to like with other shows that I've enjoyed just as much from this season, if not more so. They've already had things established to where you have value in them instead of keep continuing to question where do you want where the story wants to do. Once you clear up that that issue, then it will have much value for. You can establish a value for it. For this, like there is value, but it's just like it's still shaky because I don't know. Like in the end, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have it like somewhere like 7, 8, probably more likely a solid ass 8 out of 10. But it's one of those shows where, because of where it's holding itself back with its own status, its own fortitude, one of its own fortitudes, is what really holds it back. It holds it back from me from liking it a bit more. It's kind of like, oh, that last little hurdle is just kind of still tripping over it. And that's the one issue I do have. Like, where does this go? It's not the humor or anything of the sorts. It's just like, will this have like no? Like, I really like this series. Don't get me wrong, but it's like this is where I can feel like I can understand other people's criticism of where it is. Because don't get me wrong, I really like the series. I don't think it's animated season though. You shut up about that. I think it's just a very solid anime. One of the better things from this year, easily, because of that high octane production value. And I'm pretty sure the Sakuga community will go bonkers on. Like, I like my Sakuga. Sakuga, by the way, is when animation quality spikes in terms of like how much work was there, whether it's in between frames, like a lot of like more fluidity in between frames, the amount of style movement, or the storyboarding, and or storyboard, not just storyboard. I'm just like there has to be more of a it feels like something is moving along there. But storyboard also can work. But this episode really kind of confirms to me at this point is Maru is more or less Tokyo. Should be Tokyo, so because they keep referring back, because Maru has these powers. There's something about Kiriko, and then they showed this gun, which, hold on, will I begin to snap that right here? If I remember, this is definitely the same one. that Kiriko's in, and the fact that the children are called Hiriko, which is basically a those man eaters, because like they have a different name there and then they have a different name after. I kind of get confused, but they're essentially the same thing. They're just that the man eaters are the evolved Hiriko, the ones that turn into monsters. I don't want to know about evolved, because man eaters basically like when they die they just kind of become those things. So here's the thing: that occurs to me at this point is that they didn't intend to make these monsters. They intend to use these children as some sort of place, to help try to restore the world that ruined the world in the future. But the problem is, whatever they instilled, and they haven't explained much about on that regard either. Because they're factory produced babies, basically, is more like they don't seem to. By the way, there's 2 babies that have been born via a male and female coming together instead of just the usual factory produced. So, and at least one of them has to be male. I don't know about the other one, but that's something that I hope is not a red herring of sorts, like there's a mislead. If there's anything else, I do want to look as much through it, but again, I'm really testing in terms of the copyrights and such. So if there's anything that I particularly missed, or maybe some small cues that I probably might have missed in the moment, do bring it up, please. But don't spoil either. Not just for me, but for the sake of others who are watching, who may look at the comments. And of course, there's Robin, and he's coming to what I think might be what used to be an extension of that facility. And this Robin dude, like, regardless of my prior knowledge or familiarity, the way they show him, he doesn't look like a good person. I already don't have a good feeling about him. Like, I feel like he's gonna just do something that is going to irritate the fuck out of me and other people here watching the series. Because this series has been good, and this guy looks like one, he could pull a fucking suit. He seems like someone that could pull a fucking suit in Sword Art Online. And that's not a very comfortable thing to think about. And like, people are just like, wait, why are you jumping to that? Like, what's so wrong about this guy? Maybe he's just someone who's, traumatized about something. And no, that's the usual grip, but something about his demeanor and how he was previously associated tells me that it might not be as simple as that. It could be just something more twisted. And you can take it for whatever you want, but it's a little, but you have me feeling uneasy there. So Oma this one, and I'm never gonna get over these fucking like little monkey lemur marsupial ears, whatever you call them. I would call them elf ears, but so it occurs to me this Oma was the very man eater, or she'd be the very man eater that put an hallucination on Kiriko back in the present. It speaks to that. Like, I wasn't sure at the time. I was like, wait, where the facility? Like, I wasn't sure, like, what's going on. And I'm like, oh, she's summoning those things. And I was like, wait. And like, she's okay. And when she mentions hallucination, I'm just like, oh, okay. The thing is, I didn't think it would show up again, but I should have thought about it earlier, because like because like the way it was framed, it's like there's no way facilities could just have these things just come out of fucking walls like that, unless if she's like an android of sorts. But it was so kind of weird, and I can understand why she had the glasses on, those sunglasses on, because if she opens it, her eyes are just gonna the power's gonna activate. It's like a game. It's like one of those, like a genjutsu where you're just getting tortured nonstop. And yeah, it's. I don't. I hate that I made the Gojo joke because of the blue eyes and all. So yeah, that's she is the one. Now, if it wasn't episode 8 or was it episode 7 or whatnot, let me check. There's a mashup here I could find. I just need to check. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's episode 7. It's episode 7. It was episode 8. My bad. My bad, yo. My bad. But yeah, it's she has to be the one. There's way too much incriminating evidence there. And you also gotta think, like, why does the machine's overlooking anything? What is it trying to do? There's something about accidentally opening the gate. And then the test begins. And then whatever, feels like the facility purposely shut down. I feel like the AI just kind of orchestrated himself her own shutdown. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, lots of things kind of come into play here. And that's something I do look forward to. I am uneasy about it, yeah. Well, we'll see how this plays out. Okay, so it makes you look at it's like a phobia. It makes you so the hallucination, it makes you think of things that you really have a phobia to, and she has homegirl here, Mimihime, she remembers the whole talk where she hates getting cut up by stuff, but Shio has a sadistic thing of cutting her up and all. That's what she fears, and you saw that she was exceptionally frightened and all. But now that I think about it, the way she was able to dispel that ability or hallucination was that she's trying to get over the phobia or try to forcefully get over it. I don't know if that's trying to just overcoming the phobia, or if that's actually her own powers just accentuating that actually nullified it. I don't know. Maybe it's both. Maybe I'm missing something that it could like the go-to answer, but it just feels like, yeah, it's just something that you can't just physically fight. You have to just kind of have a will to it, just trying to overcome it of sorts. And for Kiriko in the presence, it required a kiss from Maru, who is technically a weapon against the man-eaters. So maybe that's another reason. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm guessing there's lots of things. There's lots of things that could be more vocally explained than non-vocally. But it's fine. It's still good. And execute the plan. So okay, never mind. So the part where you say they execute the plan, I wonder if did they shut down the facility themselves? Are they the one orchestrating it? Are they the ones that might have set these children free? I don't know. We'll have to see. As for back in the present, you're gonna be our two main characters are gonna be meeting up with that man Robin, which I mentioned before, smells like a lot of trouble, and I don't feel good about that one. What is this? Ooh, if it has to be something uncomfortable, we gotta bear with it. And I'm not gonna go hop on that. Guys, don't spoil in the comments if something does happen. I don't want to appreciate it. Last time someone straight up spoiled all the shit, and I had to delete it. It was not good. You can hint at it, but don't straight up spoil it, guys. Like, even though I am a manga reader myself, I don't remember everything. I prefer it that way. And I prefer it that way because it gives me a more refreshing take when I watch it in anime form. And you're just like, oh, okay, the way they contextualize that in anime form may make more sense than in the manga. Or maybe it's like, oh, yeah, the manga did this better. That's all. It depends. But I think that's all I really gotta say. I wish I could talk about things more. But I'm just gonna end it here, guys. Smash that like button, let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, support the YouTube channel, share this video around, all that good stuff. And subscribe, please. Kinda need this sort of algorithm to go on here. But anyways, guys, Delusion signing off. See you next time. Take care, stay safe, y'all. Have a great day. Peace.